Hello, welcome back. It is part 2 of classroom setup now. If you're just checking in and this is your first video that you're seeing of me, a little bit of background. I was a 3rd grade teacher in Alabama for 3 years. Last year, I moved across the state of Alabama because I was getting married in March, and I got a new job where I'm living now, and I taught kindergarten last year. And then this school year, I am moving to a departmentalized 4th grade unit. So I have moved out to the portable classrooms with the other 4th grade teachers, and I'm going to be teaching like reading, ELA, that sort of stuff. So I've had to move my whole classroom this summer. Luckily, my floors don't have to be cleaned because they're carpet, and they're not dirty. So I was able to go ahead and move everything in here, get to work. So I don't really know what my goal is for today. I came up here for a summer learning meeting. I'm working summer learning for 2 weeks starting next week. But it's not going to be in my classroom. Nobody will be in my classroom, so I'm able to just come up here and work in my classroom whenever I have some extra time. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I came up here for a few hours yesterday, and I feel like my classroom might look worse, but in my brain, it is coming together. So I'm going to show you what's going on, and then we will get to work. All right, so we are in the back of the classroom. If you watched my other video, you know that my dad is going to try to put a curtain up right here just to kind of block out some of my storage situations. So I went ahead and started labeling these boxes to show what's going to go in them. So like Lysol will go in here, baby wipes, tissues. I have 2 for tissues. That's my holiday box down there. And then my games are in this right now, but they're going to go somewhere else later on. And then paper towels down there. And I think I'm going to get 3 more of these tubs to go back here. So I've got to get those from Walmart. Right here is going to be like extra supplies. Then here I have copy paper, and I'm leaving some space for more copy paper when the kids bring their supplies. I've got my bulletin board border hanging here, anchor chart paper, and then coming over here, I've been kind of like working on my desk area. So my microwave is going to go on here, and then I'm going to have more, I can put whatever I need to up there. We have this bulletin board back here. I think this is just going to be more for like my stuff, like if I need to put up a calendar or like whatever, because the kids aren't going to be able to see it super good. My desk looks like a mess, but I was able to plug in my printer. This is an area that I need to work on. I don't know if I'll get to it today, but I think this is going to be for just kind of stuff that I might need to grab quickly and pass out to the class and things like that. So I'm not exactly sure what's gonna live here, but yeah, we'll figure that out later. But it's a good space, so it definitely needs to be used. Small group table is filled with stuff. They're seeing about swapping a small group table with another teacher because they have one that's smaller, and this space needs a smaller table. So we're seeing about that. Then coming over here, I still have all my bins out because I know I'm probably still going to need them, but I also put up this bulletin board, and, yes, so I've cleaned out this area a good bit. So there's a lot more room to walk right here. And, I think I had said this in the other video that I wanted to move these 2 bulletin boards down here. However, they are not only screwed to the wall, they're also glued. So they're not going to be able to come off in one piece. So we're going to leave them there. I think I may put up like a fake bulletin board just with like bulletin board paper right here. But that's a problem for another day. That's going to be way down the line. And then I also had said that they were trying to get me a new I keep interchanging bulletin board and whiteboard. They were trying to get me a new whiteboard to go on top of this. However, I'm going to have to wait till my state money comes in. if you know the state of Alabama, we get, like if you're a government employee teacher, you get like $1,000 at the beginning of every school year to spend on your classroom. So I'm going to have to wait on that money to come in to get a new whiteboard, which is fine. I can deal with this one until that time. So kind of stinks because this one's not like magnetic or anything, but I will be getting one eventually. This is everything that's going to live at my house this next school year because it just won't fit in here. But it's literally been raining for forever, so I'm just waiting until it stops raining to get all of that. These are going to be like my student mailboxes for my homeroom class. Right now I just have some books down there, test shields, things like that. And then over here is going to be the library, where I also need to work and figure out what books are going to go where and things like that. So yes, I also worked on this area for student supplies. I don't know if this is going to be an area where students can come and grab what they want, or if it's going to be like they need to ask. But I have note cards up there, just some supplies in these. So that's what's living in here right now. Down here we have markers, crayons, post-it notes, stuff like that. So that is what is in there. And here is what the room is looking like. I still have some stuff to do, but it's slowly coming together. Okay, we're back. It's a new day. It is now Tuesday, June the something, 2nd maybe. Anyway, I started summer learning, so I've kind of had to pause on classroom setup and like focus on that for a little bit. But I hung up my cute sign that my sister made me for my bachelorette trip. I wanted to hang it above that, but it was too big. So that's what it looks like right there. Then over here, she also made me this little pennant type flag for my bachelorette trip. So I thought I would hang that up too, and it looks super cute. I definitely have to figure out what I'm gonna do around it because it looks ugly. But I'm thinking like some kind of student work or something like that. If you've ever had multiple classes, I'm gonna have 3 classes with 19 to 20 kids, so I don't know like how to hang up student work, if I hang up everybody's work, if I just hang up my homeroom. Like, what did y'all do if you've done that before, or did you just not hang up student work? But I feel like hanging up student work is really important. That was something that I've been wondering about, was like, do you hang it up? Do you not hang it up? Do you just hang up your homeroom? Whatever. So let me know about that. But or if you have any ideas for what to put around this, let me know. Because I'm open for suggestions. But that side of the room over there is like getting really full because we brought in all my books. I taught kindergarten last year, so I didn't have all my chapter books in my room, but they're back. So I have to do something with all that stuff over there because it's starting to stress me out. The only problem is it's going to take me a while because I have to relabel all my books. They say Miss Jones and not Miss Wiggins. So I've got to relabel all my books, and I've got to figure out how they're going to be organized. So that is the plan for now. So these are the old stickers that I had on all my books. And they're just those Avery labels, and I just designed them on Avery's website. So I think I'm gonna like try to change this and do something different, but I'm just gonna stick the stickers on top of them whenever I make them. All right, so here's what they ended up looking like. And I may have to get some more of this size Avery labels. I have a lot of the big ones. I don't have as many of these, but I'm gonna stick these on there. I have, obviously this is not all I'm making some more copies too, but if I don't have enough, I may have to grab some more of these Avery labels. But if you're not me and you're not changing your last name, then you really only have to do this one time and you're done. So this is nice because if the kids like take the books home with them, sometimes their parents will be like, oh, I know who this belongs to, or if it's found around the school, they know who to give it back to. So I always like to label my books. I label them on the outside of the book, and I've never had a problem with these stickers coming off. So that is my hack. I know a lot of people do it, but I do it too. It is now a few days later. I ran out of those labels, so I had to order some more, and they came in. So I'm back up here again, and I'm just gonna keep on labeling these. This is gonna take a while. Every time I pop on here, I'm in a different outfit because I am just working in like little bitty tiny spurts of time that I have. So anyways, I am in the library again. I have put stickers on all of my books, new stickers that say my new last name. And now my plan is to start organizing them. I know over the years that I've gotten new books and I haven't labeled them with the AR level and how many points they are. So I have a Sharpie. I'm gonna do that as I go as well, and then I'm going to start sorting them into like chapter books, and then picture books are going to be sorted by what their AR level is. So that's the plan. Here's another time lapse. Okay, I cannot sit on the floor anymore. I'm about to die. So I have moved them. They're in categories based on reading level, according to accelerated reader. And then I also have some on the other side which are separated for different months. I pull out books by the month and I put them on this little front facing bookshelf. So here's my categories. All right, so these two stacks right here are like kindergarten and first. This stack and this stack is probably my biggest, and that is second grade books. This stack is third grade books, and then this stack is fourth and fifth grade books. Obviously, there's not as many third and fourth and fifth because they read a lot of chapter books. So then over here we have, I think that's back to school books. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, and May. So I usually keep these somewhere else and then I just pull them out by the month. So I'm gonna have to figure out where those are gonna go. But I think these are going to go in these shelves, and I think I'm gonna label them with a dot because some of them already have a dot. Like my second grade books, a lot of them have a red sticker, so I think I'm gonna put a red sticker on the ones that don't, so that it's easier for the kids to put them back. But I'm not gonna do that right now because I'm tired of looking at these books. All right, this is the last time I'm going to be vlogging in this section. I think this is, woo, that was shaky, I'm so sorry. I think this is part 2 of classroom setup. It's been mainly focused on the library. Now, when I was going through all these books the other day, that was 2 days ago, I think, I just felt like this wasn't all my books, especially my chapter books. So I did a little digging at my house. This is full of books, and then this is also full of books that I found. This is all my books. I know it is for sure. I feel complete now. So the only problem is I did not sticker these, label them, all that. So now I have to do that, but then the library will be mostly finished. I still have to figure out exactly how I am going to organize it. I do not even know how many hours I have spent in this library. Note to self, if you have your library put together and then you have to store it all in tubs for a year because you're teaching kindergarten and they can't read chapter books, and then you have to take it back out, it's going to take a lot longer than you think to put it back together. Whoa, that was crazy. I don't think I'm going to have to get that other cube shelf, so I may just slide that over and put my front facing bookshelf, which is right there. I might just put that over here, change it out seasonally. So let me show you how it is organized right now. Okay, so right here I have all of my picture books. So I believe these are kindergarten and first grade level. These are, I think these right here and these right here are second grade. A little bit of these are second grade, then it starts going into third grade. These are third grade, and then there's all my fourth and fifth grade books. If you know, there's not like a whole lot of fourth and fifth grade books, like picture books, because they do move into chapter books a lot, but I do have a few. So those are fourth and fifth grade. And then down here, I started putting some of my picture books that don't necessarily have like a ton of them in the series, or they just don't have a series. So they are down here. Like I said, these are some of the ones I'm considering doing a novel study on. Then we have over here, and these are books that either are like duplicates or they don't have an AR test, so I'm going to take those home or give them to another teacher. Oh, I didn't have room for my National Geographics and my Who Would Win books, so I think I'm just going to like put a little bin up here and just have those like separate. These are also books that don't have an AR test or are duplicates, so they're going to be going home. And then this is how I organize my seasonal books for now. I just don't have a good place to put them, so that they're going to go somewhere else, obviously, but we have like, I kind of put them in order. So like this is the beginning of the year. It goes into September, October, November, December, and January are in here. And then April, March through May are in here. Then on this bookshelf, I have graphic novels. And then I kind of like try to group them by if I had like multiples, but a lot of them I just have like two. So they're just together. Who knows if they'll stay like that? Honestly, that's the least of my concerns. Diary of a Wimpy Kid are there. Horrible Harry, Bailey's School Kids. I try to keep them together for now, but you know. We've got fairy books, American Girl, Cam Jensen, Jeannie B. Jones. I have finally collected all of the series of Unfortunate Event books. The only one I don't have that's hardback is number 2, and it bothers me, but it's fine. We've got Magic Tree House and Weird School. And then down here we have regular I Survived. I have some of the graphic novels up here, but then those are just the regular books. And then I have all of my Who Was books that are nonfiction. So that is the current state of the library. I think that's where I'm gonna leave off on this one. And the next time I'm in here, it will be classroom setup day 3. I feel like I can make some progress now because I didn't know like if I was gonna need bins for this library or not, and I ended up not using any. I just feel like it's gonna be easier for them to come and grab something without them being in bins. I have put my bins in here before and they've pulled it out and like flipped through them, but I just don't think I'm gonna do that this year. This room is starting to feel like home because I've spent so many hours in it. But anyways, I hope that your summer's going good. I hope that you have peace and calmness about next school year. If you don't know where you're gonna be yet, be patient. I've had to tell a couple friends that, you know, when the time is right, it will happen. Some schools take a little bit longer than others to let people know if they've been hired or what grade level they're going to be in and stuff like that. So just be patient and, you know, relax, enjoy your summer. Don't stress about that. All right, well, I will see you in part 3.